Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to go ahead and assign the second paycheck for February as well as work on a couple of other things. Just a quick little thought that I had before I started recording. This will be the first time that I look at this budget in its entirety since the last recording, which was the quick update that I did. That has been both liberating and nerve-wracking all at the same time. I'm very much used to looking at the budget multiple times a day and obsessing over it. And to go from that to sort of try and change that behavior, be a little bit less obsessed with it, trust my numbers and trust the numbers that I've put in there, the budget that I've made for myself, the way that I want things to work. It's been an interesting experience up to this point. And I think it's been a positive one as well. I'm not constantly obsessing over it. I'm not constantly getting anxious over how things are looking. I have a good annual budget that I've set up for myself. It's left me enough wiggle room if anything happens and I need to move things around. And my YNAB is set up in a pretty simple way, or as simple as I can make it. So I think it's going good. I am feeling really good about this. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at these numbers. These are going to be pretty new to me as they are to everyone here. So let's go ahead and see. We have the paycheck that came in, the roof payment that was done last time, some credit card payments that were done recently. Let's approve those. These Zelfs that are here, these are actually going to go into the reimbursement category. And these are going to be for the latest grocery trip that we went on. Okay, and these are actually cleared already in my bank account. I already took a look at those. So my total here should be $3,047, and that's correct. So let's go to the Freedom Card. And for the Freedom Card, here's that payment. The medical equipment company does something for my dad that I pay for him. So that goes in wellness. I did have some food delivery just a couple of days ago. I also did have another food delivery today, but it should be well within the budget. So we'll see when that comes in, I guess. All right, so this is the grocery trip. It should be 15. Well, actually, it should be split. So part of this is going to go into reimbursements. And then part of it's going to go to the second half category. All right. And then, of course, can't always find everything in one place. So I did have to go into a different store to find the last necessary things that I needed. Okay. And that is cleared. So I'm going to mark it as clear. And the total should be $331.76. And that is correct. Perfect. Let's reconcile that. Nice. Oh, and I don't want to look at these reconciled ones anymore. So let's hide those. Okay. So for the Sapphire, there's the payment. This is not Bastion. Number one, I have my computer back. My boyfriend was so kind and he mailed it to me. He packaged it up, bubble wrapped it so hard, and then mailed it to me so I could have it in time for this. So I'll be able to do a couple of things with regards to some of the monthly fees, which I'll go in and sort of talk about in a minute. But also, as he was sending it to me, my monitor stopped working. So I had to get a monitor real quickly, mainly for work. I do need a second monitor for work. So I got myself a new monitor. I paid most of it with points, but I did pay roughly $30 for the remainder. So that is going to go in tech. I didn't have anything that was going to be assigned to the tech category, but things happen, and sometimes you just got to move things around. So luckily for me, money-wise, it only ended up being $30. The hair salon I just went to yesterday, so that is still pending on the account. So my actual balance is $28.19. So I'm going to reconcile that. Hide those reconciled ones, and then I'm going to go ahead and enter this so that it shows in the budget section. Okay, so let's go to the budget here. And I have 6 overspent. So let's take a look at those. Okay, so I'm budgeting myself $50 for food delivery for this month. Not the usual 75 cents. I'm going ahead and budgeting some extra on the travel category for the trip this weekend to go visit my boyfriend. Wellness, let me come back to that one real quickly. I'm going to go ahead and just assign the 52 for beauty. Usually I have 80 every month on this. And I kind of did want to go ahead and get myself something nice and pretty because we're planning on going to a nice restaurant for dinner. But I have cute things. So I'm not going to spend the money on it. It's $28.19 for tech. And then for wellness, so I wanted to go ahead and assign $150 this month with the expectation that I was going to go ahead and send 50 of that to my sister for some wellness things that she bought for our mom. It was like $150, $175 that I was going to go ahead and assign. And I did have that urgent care visit that we went to, so that kind of ate up into it. So let me see. I'm going to do 200. I might need a little bit more. Because I still do need to get my supplements for this month. Let me leave it at 150 right now, and then let me come back to it. I do want to make sure that the car fund is at the full 300. Travel fund, I was adding an additional 250 for a solid 3. Tech is cleared. Nothing else is overspent. So let me fund Allstate and T-Mobile. Bashan is staying at the 30 because I was only getting him dry food this month. The monthly fees are still on track. It should not be any more than 105. And since I have my computer back, I'm working on taking out a lot of the things that I saved in my Google One. So I might be getting rid of Google One soon, hopefully, and that'll be $2. And then I will also be getting rid of, NVIDIA has this thing where you can play like on your tablet, your Steam games and stuff, but through like a cloud service. And that was $10, $9.99. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that also. So that'll be $12 extra in my pockets. $12 is $12. It might not be a lot, but it's something. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and work on that. So I do have 124.70 left. Let's see. Oh, gas. There we go. I was gonna say I should not have more than 100 left over. I am giving myself 100 this month because of the trip. He's not like super far away, but with gas prices and everything, gotta make sure I have enough in there just in case. And I think that's actually it. I don't think I need anything else. So let's not do 250. Let's not do that. That's too much. Let's go ahead and assign this straight into wellness. Okay, so that gives me a decent amount. So I'll be able to send her the 50 alongside the 310 for Snow, which is the final payment. I'm so excited. And I should still have left over to be able to get some of the supplements that I'm running out of. And I think that's it. This is looking good. I do need to send the extra 100 for the roof. I didn't change the total that's being drawn out automatically from 200 because I figured 200 is pretty safe. It's a safe amount to draw out. It's a little extra from what they asked for. Well, it's almost twice of what they asked. They're asking 102 a month. I'm sending 200. And that way, if anything happens, I have a little bit of additional money that I can play around with. And if nothing happens where I need to use it for something else, then I can go ahead and send that on the second half after I get the second paycheck of the month. That way it's a little bit more secure and it doesn't feel like I'm stretching myself too thin right at the beginning of the month. Now, of course, when I'm going to be doing the larger payments, I'll see about changing a couple of things. Things are going to change once I get rid of T-Mobile and I go to something a little cheaper. That's going to be extra money that's going to have to go somewhere. And then, like I said, the $12 are still $12. So, yeah. And already with the new car insurance, things are looking so much better. My portion of it is only $129, so as opposed to the $201 that I was paying before. It's all just looking better and better, and I'm super excited, but I'm also trying to temper my excitement because it's only February. So I don't want to, be so excited and then things start happening because you never know. I am hoping for positive vibes for the rest of the year, but we already had one urgent care visit. So, excited, hopeful, but within reason. But anyway, that is all I have for today. Thank you so much to everyone who left suggestions on what to do with kind of the reimbursements. This is the method that I decided to go with, where I have like a reimbursements category and I just put everything in there. So it kind of leaves my groceries and my wellness a little bit better. The urgent care visit is not being reimbursed. I did handle that myself. Parents are on a limited income, so I do handle a couple of things. So that's why it did not go into reimbursements. That's why it is part of wellness. But yeah, so thank you so much to everyone and all of your suggestions. And that's all I had for today. Have a great day, everyone.